Joe, the AL East this year, the way it's just been coupled at the top, I guess you could say quadrupled at the top, does it change the way the division games feel for you as you guys go through them?
I think they're even more important. You can go from first to fourth in a day. I mean, that's the bottom line. I mean, that's what it looks like. And I don't know if there's any race car fans. It's like a super speedway when you're at Talladega or Daytona. If you get out of the draft for a second, you're going from first or second all the way back to 20th. It's what happens, but it's really tight. You have 4 teams that are really tight. And, you know, there's a 5th team in Boston that could sneak up and you know, everyone's paying attention to the 4, and all of a sudden it's a 5-team race. And I really expect it to be that the whole way through. The separation might be determined by who stays the healthiest. So
then when you get 2 walk-off wins like you did against a divisional opponent, they resonate even deeper?
Oh, I definitely think so. Because if you win in your division, you have a really good chance to win in this division.
Well, we'll get the thoughts on the AL East from Bob and Jack now in the studio.
Jack, this is kind of fun to talk about. We didn't know how competitive the American League East would be, but right now there is a deadlock, and every team still has a shot.
Well, yeah, we talked about it heading into the season, Bob, how we thought it could end up being like this, but you never know how the season is going to evolve. Now we're about halfway through the season, and every team in that division, including the Red Sox, can still think about winning the division, can still think about the postseason, and you look at each team, they're trying to figure out what their flaws are, where they can get better, players who are coming back from the DL. There are so many things to look at to see who might be the team that leaps ahead of everyone else.
And that brings us to the game within a game in the month of July, and that's the trade game. And it could be just one team making one move or maybe multiple moves to get the best roster to compete the rest of the way.
Right. We're always anxious to see that deadline and to see what might happen. But I think in the AL East, Bob, that anxiety level is going to rise even higher because of what you just said. These teams are so tightly packed. There might be one move, one acquisition that is made that allows a team to surge ahead of someone else. Is it the Blue Jays going out and getting a pitcher? Is it the Rays adding some offense? You look at the Yankees. They're going to get Andrew Miller back. He's a guy who can help them. So I'm looking forward to covering the second half of this season because it promises to be exciting.